Hey friends, Steve Guttenberg here, and I am the audiophiliac. Where are the ladies? Where are the women audiophiles? This is a burning question, and I've been thinking about this question for decades, literally decades. When I was a hi-fi salesman, and I sold and talked to literally thousands and thousands of male customers, and every now and then there'd be a woman. Now, a lot of times my female customers weren't buying stuff for themselves. They were buying it for their husband or boyfriend, something like that. But there were a sprinkling of them. Very, very, very few women were audiophiles. You know, by audiophiles I mean not just that they bought a piece of hi-fi gear, but they were really into it, like a male audiophile, that they would read stereo, follow the absolute sound. They wanted to know what was the right kind of cable to use with it. Should they buy amp their speakers? You know, those are audiophiles, right? They weren't just buying. There were women that bought hi-fi that weren't audiophiles because they just bought it as essentially as an appliance, which many men do as well. They just buy it to play music and they don't really care about the other stuff, and that's fine. But you know, an audiophile is someone who's passionate about it, who wants to think about it, who worries about all sorts of things, cables, VTA of his tone arm, you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, very few audiophiles. And anyway, so maybe almost 10 years ago, somebody said, oh, you got to meet this woman, Marjorie. She is an audiophile. She's an audiophile. She had an audio research preamp. She had gigantic Bozak speakers. She was heavy into vinyl, didn't really play digital that much at all. And I met her, and she was as advertised. She was hardcore. She was into it, and she had an Audio Research SP10 preamp, which eats tubes. I mean, it just goes through tubes like I go through socks. I mean, anyway, she was amazing. We really hit it off. I wrote a blog about her on the Audiophiliac blog for CNET, and she was really great. And very sadly, she passed away a few years ago. But, you know, she was one of the rare ones, the very, very rare ones who was one of us. She definitely was one of us. And now she's not. And I'm very sad about that. But, you know, I'd like to find more. Now, you know, one time I got into trouble because I asked for some female audiophiles to speak up on Facebook, I suppose. And a couple of women did, but they didn't meet, let's say, my criteria, as I described earlier in this video, that they, you know, were into it and they worried about the same things that male audiophiles worry about. The women that approached me were, you know, had some nice hi-fis and stuff, and one was a recording engineer, and being a recording engineer is a great thing, and I wish there were more female recording engineers, but they're not audiophiles. Most recording engineers aren't audiophiles, and just because you're a woman who's a recording engineer doesn't make you an audiophile. Sorry. So I have a definition. It's pretty loose. And, you know, actually, you know, my real definition for an audiophile is anybody who can really seriously listen to music. But in this context, you know, without multitasking, but in this context, I'm talking about audiophiles as nerdy people who worry about cleaning the contacts of their tubes or something, you know, but that kind of audiophile. So anyway, where are they? I don't know. I just think that the gear part of being an audiophile seems to be a male thing. It just seems to be. I think that's part of the distinguishing characteristics of what makes somebody an audiophile. Anyway, if you're a woman watching this video, or a girl, you know, whatever, and you're an audiophile by the definition I laid out earlier, speak up, leave a comment or two. Maybe we'll talk. Anyway, I'm sure they're out there. I'm just saying they're few in number. That's my point. It's not that they don't exist. They're just rare. And that's a sad thing. I want more female audiophiles. I want more audiophiles. My name is Steve Guttenberg, and I am the Audiophiliac. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show. Comes up kind of almost every day, 7 days a week sometimes, but not always now. If you like it, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please share them with your male or female friends, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.